Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. So, just a little warning before the video starts. I just want to say this is a little more laid back, serious video. If you don't like that, go watch one of my other videos because literally like 90% of them are not serious. Besides this one. So yeah, let's hop into it. Most of you already know this about me, but if you're new, you definitely don't. I even made a video about it, I think over a year ago now. Like, I haven't really talked about this very much lately, especially. Basically, I have something called pectus excavatum, and I have scoliosis. And then I also have this genetic condition, which is called Ehlers Danlos or Marfan syndrome. It's like a form of Marfan syndrome, which is a genetic tissue disorder. And so basically I'm going to be talking about that and like what it's been like just growing up with that kind of stuff, you know. Oh, bro, I just destroyed that guy's bed. Hold on, let me kill this guy real quick. Oh, he doesn't even know I'm right here. So the first symptoms I had, I was not born with this. It's kind of just something I inherited, especially as I entered puberty. So the first time I really noticed it was around, I think 11 or 10. I've always been super tall. Like right now I'm 6'3", like actually 6'3". And that's kind of like a very common thing with Marfan syndrome is you're just really tall and very long wingspan. Like for instance, Abraham Lincoln had Marfan syndrome. But yeah, I first started showing symptoms around the age of, I would say just like 11, 12. Like my chest, which I have pectus excavatum, and it's when like your rib cage is kind of like shifted a little bit, so it looks super weird. I'll try and find a picture on screen right now. That's kind of what it looks like. That started developing over time as I like started growing rapidly. But honestly, if I'm being completely honest, what I thought it was everyone told me, like my older brother, he was like, bro, never sleep on your stomach because that's like really bad for like your skeleton and stuff. So I thought like my chest being all weird formed was literally just because I slept on my stomach all the time. I was like, I should stop sleeping on my stomach because it's starting to look weird. So that's literally like what I thought for the longest time. So yeah, my chest started looking weird. I got like this divot like right underneath my heart right here. I can actually show you guys it right there. It's pretty stable right now. It's gotten a lot better because it was really bad at one point. So one day I kind of just went up to my mom and I was like, Mom, what the heck is this thing? Like, why do I have this? And like every other kid my age doesn't really have a divot in their chest like this. And she's like, holy cow, wait. And she kind of like was like, that's literally not normal. I never kind of noticed that before, which I don't even know how my mom never really noticed that before. But like I said, I was starting to like hit puberty. I was starting to grow like crazy. So yeah, like my mom started to notice it. And then she like felt down my spine, right? And she kind of could tell that my spine was just completely crooked. And she's like, holy cow, you have like severe scoliosis. Even just looking at me from the back, especially at 11 years old, like one of my shoulders is like lifted higher than the other. And it's just like super weird looking. So she's like, you got scoliosis, which at the time we did not know that scoliosis is completely different than what my chest problem was, pectus excavatum, which is both symptoms of Marfan syndrome or Ehlers Danlos. I was actually diagnosed with Ehlers Danlos, not Marfan syndrome. My mom like set up an appointment with our chiropractor, and basically I've known this chiropractor since birth. She literally like as soon as I came out of the womb, she like adjusted me, which is crazy. So we went to her and we did a spine test. She like checked my spine. She felt down it like my mom, and then we took pictures of my spine, and I had like, I think it was like 30% curvature or something like that. I can't remember. This was a long time ago. I don't know like what she said about my chest. But yeah, she just said I have scoliosis, and then like kind of directed us towards like an actual like bonatologist. I don't know what they're called. A friggin' bone doctor, okay? A bone doctor. So yeah, my chiropractor diagnosed me with scoliosis and directed me towards another doctor because, you know, chiropractors just adjust your body. They don't really, well, perform surgeries, that's for sure. So I went to like an actual doctor, a bone doctor. We did some more tests and things like that, and I was actually diagnosed with scoliosis, and they got like measurements and stuff. They also diagnosed me with pectus excavatum, which was a big surprise because I just assumed, oh, that's just the same thing. I got scoliosis, so that just must be what is causing my pectus. My pectus and scoliosis is just caused from, well, my genetic condition, because my bones are very, very movable, I guess you could put it. So yeah, I was diagnosed with both of those things. It was kind of encroaching on my heart, my pectus, because it's right underneath my heart where it's like caved in. So my doctor was actually kind of worried. Like this could be dangerous actually. They directed us towards a surgeon, and there was a lot more freaking doctor appointments in between, obviously. This is just the simplest way of putting it. But yeah, so I was directed towards a surgeon to determine whether or not like it was encroaching on my heart and like if I would need surgery or not. Let me grab this guy's bed, because especially pectus, it can be very dangerous, especially on the side of your heart, because it can press down on your heart there and, well, make it definitely harder to breathe, and actually people die from that kind of stuff. So my surgeon did some more x-rays. They felt it, obviously, did everything. And at this point, we were more worried about my pectus than my scoliosis. My scoliosis is not as severe as my pectus, especially when it comes to, you know, encroaching on my heart or my lungs. And heart problems run in my family too, so that's kind of sketchy. It's getting absolutely destroyed. All right, we're gonna go for Gray's bed real quick. Just give me a second, guys. Let me cook real quick. Okay, place that bad boy down. Do that. Okay, I got his bed though. So yeah, seeing that surgeon was a very big deal. Everyone in my family came. Okay, just my mom and dad pretty much. The surgeon looked at everything, looked at my x-rays and stuff, went to go talk to the nurses, and came back in. And he said, okay, listen, so this is how this is going to work. The surgery to fix this, well, pectus excavatum is like one of the harshest surgeries you can get. Holy cow. Okay, thank God he missed that. And it's like a whole 6-month deal because they got to cut open your chest and stuff. And he's like, because you're so young, it would be dangerous just to do the surgery. And they figured out that it wasn't approaching on my heart, like, as bad. So basically, they got this scale of like severe and like not severe, and I was literally split in the middle. So they gave me the choice. Literally, I had the choice. They didn't even ask my parents. It's up to you, buddy. This is all up to you. Would you like to go through the surgery, which would take forever, or would you like to get a brace? And I just thought for a second, and I was like, the freaking brace, bro. What the freak? What kind of decision is that? You know what I mean? Of course I'm going with the brace. You've probably heard of like a scoliosis brace where it just straightens your back. This one, it presses on the right side of my chest, which is going to make the left side pop out. So it just is constantly pushing pressure on my right side. And I actually have it right now. So this is it right here. It's 3D printed. This is where, see that side kind of presses on my chest. This side of my chest and my pectus is right here. So it presses down on it, and basically it's going to theoretically push out the other side. And let me just tell you this. That brace has been such a lifesaver, bro. Like, I can't even imagine of going through the surgery. I would probably still be recovering from it. And I'm not even joking about that. So thankfully we found this place where they do like prosthetics. So they do like robotic legs and stuff like this, and braces and cool stuff like that. It's very cool. Oh my goodness. Holy cow. Okay, buddy. Well, my bed's gone. Fudge, dude. I'm just trying to talk for once. So yeah, I've had my brace for 2 years now, actually. And the brace has just helped so much, bro. I know it wasn't like super severe. Like, it was in the middle of like, oh my gosh, it's severe, but it's also not. And so every single 6 months, I have to go to this brace place that I was talking about where they have the prosthetics. And I have to get my brace adjusted, which is just like getting your actual like teeth braces adjusted. Like, it hurts for the first time. And now you might be wondering, whoa, bro, how much do you wear this brace? Like, you're obviously not wearing it right now. So right now, I got a pretty steady schedule. I'm wearing it every other night at the moment. However, I should be wearing it a little bit more, but it needs adjusted for sure right now. It's tough to sleep in, especially where I live, where it's very hot outside and air conditioning is expensive. So most nights I can't wear it because it's so hot. So obviously I wear like a little tank top with it underneath it, and then my brace, and it's really hot, bro. It's so hot. Like, I wake up so sweaty. And now you might be wondering about my scoliosis as well. Well, less than a year ago, we went back to the doctor to check up on my bones again. And obviously this was after I was wearing my brace for a little bit. And they said, well, my scoliosis is doing actually super good. I think they said only like 10% of curvature now. My brace actually straightened out my spine. So basically every single time I get my brace adjusted, it makes me taller because it straightens my back. So I grow like probably a quarter of an inch every single time I get my brace adjusted, bro. It's crazy. It's honestly crazy. And so my scoliosis is good, and I've been just wearing a brace constantly. Obviously, I have severe back pain every now and then, just from my scoliosis. Like, lower back pain sucks, especially when I'm on my feet all day. Stuff like that. I also jacked up my back a little bit in track. I do jumping in track and field, so that's very, well, intense on your back, especially someone with severe back problems. But I'm honestly just thankful that I was able to get this brace, and even just surgery or whatever was an option for me. And I'm obviously just going to continue wearing my brace. I don't know how long I'm going to wear it. Like, that's one of the first things people ask me when they're like, oh, you have a brace? And I like tell them like the whole story, you know? And they're like, well, how long do you have to wear it for? And I'm like, well, there's no specific time. Obviously when my bones stop moving. So there's a certain point when you get too old and your bones start to just stay where they are, if you know what I mean. Your bones aren't movable anymore. When you're young, you're growing and your bones are moving. Catching this early on, and I caught mine at like 14 is when I got my brace. I'm 16 now, almost 17. Helps a ton. Oh, no. Bro! Yeah. Shit.